course, that Mega Health stack for Rafa will keep him in the running. BLT not going to have hardly any armor here, and we'll go down again 10 in a row. Rafa racking them up and keeping BLT stuck at 5 frags. Tough spawn for BLT. That red has already been taken. Rafa gobbled it up, and BLT will go down again. 6:48 on the clock. That means we have about 3 minutes to go, and Rafa is pulling away rapidly here. 7 frag lead. BLT grabbing a rail, but Rafa just plugs BLT twice. Good lord. And BLT just not having any luck with the spawns, just throwing himself into Rafa now. And can't get anything to work his way. Not only did Rafa steal Walter's crown, but he seems to have stolen the momentum as well. Impressive. BLT says GG's and hops out. We may see Destruct hop back in here, guys.
Prepare to fight.
Just in time.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Alright, so Rafa and Destruct is underway. Once again, Destruct had a few connection issues earlier. But looks like perhaps they've been resolved. We're back over on ZTN. Blood Run. And let's take a look how Destruct is doing. He has himself an LG and quite a bit of a stack. He's coming over to the backside of the map. Rafa sitting at 150. And oh, look at that. Destruct notices where Rafa is after he takes the jump to the grenade platform. Rafa, at this point, not having control of the items. Destruct controlling that Mega Health gives him a bit of an advantage. Rafa stacking up with the shards. Destruct coming through with an LG. Rafa down to 61 health. Makes a peak rail and sits on yellow armor. Destruct over to red. Ching, ching. And he hears that portal spawn. Notices that Rafa's not coming down the stairs, so he knows where he's going. And Rafa, that's a little sneaky move, comes around back and catches Destruct off guard. And down he goes. Rafa getting on the board. 1 frag. Destruct able to grab portal yellow, but Rafa sitting there with a lightning gun just waiting for him to come through. And Destruct hits his smiley bind. Rafa misses a rail as Destruct hops over. Yeah, these two players know exactly where each other are. And Destruct's just going to say, fuck that shit, I'm not engaging right there. And he's a little off on his shot. Does not eat a rail as he gets up. He's hurting though. He's getting splash, splash, splash. Destruct gets away after he grabs that armor. And he's going to be back up to pretty good shape after grabbing that health and armor. And just it looks like Rafa's going to come around that jump pad. And Destruct will go down to Rafa's shaft right here. Rafa getting a pair of frags. 2-0 is the score with 2-2-2 on the clock. And Destruct now going to need to play a little bit defensively because he doesn't have nearly as much of a stack as he did at the start of this thing. He's sitting at 175 while Rafa just monstrous 146 and now 200. So Rafa just really screaming through item control at this point and rolling through the map looking for somebody to kill. Waiting on Mega. Here it comes. There we go. 200 and nearly 200. RJ's up. Down to only 150 armor. And Destruct, again, only 100 health and now no armor. Rafa's going to put him down with a pair of rockets. 3-0. Yeah, as the spectators on the server are mentioning, Rafa has everything timed right now. And it's... yeah, and look at that. And he baits Destruct out. He moves away. Destruct able to grab Mega, but cannot put Rafa down. Rafa, of course, will know the timing of that Mega, although he doesn't have the resource itself. So this is a chance for Destruct to, you know, make a play here. Plasma is a good choice, but oh, look at those rocket shots by Rafa. Oh my goodness. Destruct does get a frag, though. 5-1. They exchange frags. And so that will actually disrupt Rafa's timing. And he'll have to work to get again. Destruct, not knowing where Rafa is, has his back turned as Rafa drops in and gets a pair of shotgun kills. 6 shotgun shots, 6-1. Plasma climbed to red, and Rafa quickly taking control of the map again. Now has Plasma yellow. Destruct, nothing. So Rafa doing it again. He's turned it around and gotten all those items in control back. I mean, this is just phenomenal work here. This is really rare to see this. It does happen. It can happen, but
5-minute warning.
you know, usually at least one of those yellow armors is going to the opponent. But as you can see, Rafa just keeping everything. Destruct, able to get a couple of rails on Rafa, pushes him back. And Destruct coming around towards red's going to wait on it. No, will not wait on it. Rafa coming through the staircase. And Destruct really wanting blood here. Has Rafa down to 84, but it's not enough. Destruct will go down yet again to a beautiful flick rail by Rafa. 7-1. Rafa wanting to hang on to his crown. Solid control here by Rafa. I don't know what Destruct could really do differently. I mean, he's showing up. He's trying to make plays for pretty much anything, and Rafa is just denying every opportunity that Destruct has. Destruct knocking out of the armor to pull down Rafa there. Again, just a beautiful... Destruct is saying it's laggy for him. But either way, I mean, Rafa seems to really be on fire here. Spark says, I would beat Rafa, but I ping 90 to Texas.
Prepare to fight.
There it is.
3, 2, 1, fight.
And we're going to start off watching Supra. Supra's playing with 100 ping, roughly. Rafa playing with about a 60. And we can see Rafa shutting down Supra's move to get that red armor. Supra not going to be able to get it again because Rafa is sitting there with Lightning Gun. Although he's made Rafa back off. Rafa down to 46 health. Has to back off, and now Supra can indeed grab that red armor, and he does just that. Alright, so we got Supra trying to get himself on the board here. Rafa sitting with one frag. And raining plasma around this doorway at Supra. Gonna do a little juke action. Rafa's moved on to the other side of the map and grabs himself yellow armor. We can see Rafa slowly starting to take control of the items. And next on the list is a frag. And he will get it very quickly, RJing up to red armor. Back down to Mega. Mega is going to be stolen by Supra. Supra's going to be stuffed in the corner, though. And Rafa cuts him off and cuts him down 3. Frag advantage for Rafa. Interesting play with a grenade launcher. I don't know. So I'm looking at Supra. He's got a 98 and 147. Rafa's sitting at 165 and 182. So you know that very solid stack is going to give Rafa the advantage in any battle. But Supra not doing too bad, although Rafa's just hurt him. He's sneaking around the corner and gets the drop on Supra. Lands 2 rocket shots, and here comes an LG for the finish. And Rafa will get away with 100 health and 59 armor. Nice sneaky maneuver by Rafa. And he's gonna cut Super down before he can get to that yellow armor's 7 frag advantage.